gingerbread house.
Welcome back to Recap It. Today we are going to recap a 2006 romantic drama movie titled Candy. A fatherly chemistry professor indulges two young lovers in their ever-increasing heroin habits. Eventually the pair, an artist named Candy and an aspiring poet named Dan, become caught in a harrowing downward spiral of drug dependency and failed efforts to get clean. But before we begin, please consider subscribing to this channel. Now without wasting any further time, let's begin, shall we? This film opens with Candy and Dan, a couple who are clearly enjoying their time together as they kiss and smile. Theirs is the entire globe. Dean uses cocaine with his pal and Candy as the story unfolds. Dan and his friend inject salt water into her body in an attempt to help her, and she eventually becomes sober. They're both regular folks who keep themselves entertained by doing everything together. Due to their addiction, their relationship revolves totally around drugs, causing them to become hell junkies in need of more drugs. They married in a foolish attempt to heal things, believing they are intended for each other. Dan urges Candy to quit using drugs after the wedding ceremony since it makes him high while he is only talking with his guests. They eat at McDonald's, when she slaps him for taking too long to deliver her cocaine. They live in deplorable circumstances, and she can purchase drugs after having sex with other men. During a time when they're in a good mood in the morning, they sip milk together, kiss, and flatter each other. A man gives them a rent in a rearrangement letter while they're sleeping, assuming they haven't paid any more rent. They have to go see Casper, who has taken on the role of druggy father figure. It's amusing since they've come to ask for drugs rather than money. Casper frequently delivers them his latest medication invention. They're all high at the same time. He notices a wallet from someone's car after taking a pee. He opens the car, which isn't secured, and takes the wallet with him. He phones the wallet's owner, plays games with him, and asks for his security number after telling him there was some suspicious activity on his credit card. When he realizes this, he goes to the bank and withdraws a large sum of money. Candy informs him that she is pregnant as he returns home. When it happened, they forgot to use a condom. He is pleased to learn of this, and she intends to stop using narcotics. He has no choice but to back her decision. On the first day, he begins to lessen the dose. They rent an apartment with money he stole, gradually cleaning up their life and returning to normalcy. They're getting restless and shivering on day 2 of their wish. They take a tablet on day 3 and begin to get convulsions and panic episodes. Dan begins to lose control, and as a result of his body's reaction, he injures himself. Candy throws up on day 4 and decides to quit. Blood appears from her body as he tries to calm her down. He takes her to the hospital, where the doctor informs her that she will be forced to deliver the stillborn child. A miscarriage is a loss of a fetus. He stays with her as she gives birth. When the baby is born, she is in a lot of pain. Dan makes money by selling narcotics. They make the decision to relocate to the countryside and purchase a modest home with Candy. There's nothing she can do but look around at all the messed up things. He chooses to go to Casper's place to use the substance because he is still not home. Candy's father contacts him the next day. He informs him that she has suffered a mental breakdown and has been admitted to the hospital. He sees her as a duplicate of herself when he pays her a visit. She is perplexed and speaks in a jumbled manner. He meets Candy's father for the first time. He informs him that as a father, he adores his daughter. He'll go to any length for her. Dan sobs because her condition is deteriorating. He and Candy decide to take a break from one another for a bit. Time moves on. Dan is employed as a restaurant washer. Someone pays him a visit while he's at work, and it's Candy. Following her release from treatment, she appears healthy and attractive. He wipes his tears away and says that he can no longer continue their connection. Dan explains to her that, sadly, their love relationship would always be tainted by the narcotics. Avoiding temptation and separating is the greatest thing for both of their health. And this is where the movie comes to an end. I hope you enjoyed it, as always until next time.